All right, how's it going, everybody? This is Garvin from FTW Craft, and today we need to continue work over here on the pyramid. Basically, we need to connect it to the house somehow. So I've done a little bit of work off camera just to kind of get some ideas together. The first idea was throw up like a little glass wall, but I'm not totally into this idea. So I'm not quite sure how we're gonna do this. We might actually change up how we're doing the storage area to kind of give us a different entry point over here. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling the glass here. We might keep it. But I was thinking, and I did put like this little extra entrance here. It might be cool to kind of have this continue to go down a little bit and meet up with this entrance into the armory. So yeah, just a couple different things that I've kind of been toying with, but the problem is how to connect the two. You know, I love the pyramid. I love the pyramid style, but we can't necessarily keep this open, and I don't like the glass. I don't think the glass would be a good touch to have all the way around, especially since we were also talking about um, putting dirt, like a ring of dirt, all the way around the house as well. So I kind of want to. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure this out. I probably will do a bunch of this stuff off camera, but for now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to dig this down. We're going to take this down so that it's flush with the floor over here. So that really shouldn't be too bad. And we're gonna talk about a few things. So let me first unload my inventory. I've got a bunch of stuff from lots of sand, lots of sandstone. So let me unload my inventory, and when we come back, we'll start work on leveling that floor over there. All right. So how's everyone doing? It's been about a week since we all got together, and actually there really has been a lot more work than what I was suggesting has been done. Besides putting up some glass, besides doing this back entrance, we've also added some glass. So you guys saw the glass that was in there, and let's before we really get too involved in here, let's go down and check this out. So I did add glass, so we've got the same general pattern that's here. I've got that right here, and then down here, I have started to set up our I don't know what you want to call this. Basically, our goods vault. So we've got gold, diamond, and emerald down here. I've got a iron door that's kind of keeping us trapped in. Eventually, I'll put a button, and we can make a button. Isn't it odd that buttons cost an entire block of stone just to make one button? I think that's absurd. But besides that, okay. So outside of here, and actually, let's make another button. Speaking of absurd, I think we can put it here. Cool. All right, so I have made that spiral staircase all the way up, and we're basically going to the base of the pyramid, and then this is taking us into the pyramid. So I might throw a like a trap door there or something, but man, it's doing so good. Okay, so and then I also move the bed into this back corner. So let's see what time is it? Is it? It's almost nighttime. Let's try and catch some sleep before we get too far into this. So today I'm outside of this. Today, what my plans are to move the beacon over here and kind of merge the house and the pyramid together. So I still haven't figured out how we're going to do that. We'll probably take this edge off to make it less obvious, and then that's gonna cause us a lot of issues, mainly because we really haven't lit this area up a whole lot yet. So I really foresee a lot of mobs getting in, which could be super bad. But I think eventually, this will be grass, and grass will go around the base and then over into that area and kind of connect. So it's not going to make a lot of sense for the first week or so, because this is going to be a long project. It's going to take us a while to get everything we want to get done. But I think it's going to look weird as we start this off, but eventually this is going to look pretty cool. So we just have to believe, I guess. Have to believe this is going to be cool. All right, so a few things I want to talk about. I've been multitasking for the last 20 minutes or so. I don't know about you guys as far as like what you guys do for technical stuff, as far as like if you guys have a tablet or anything like that. But I am a graphic designer by day, and so I push a lot of buttons. I don't necessarily understand the technology perfectly. I just expect it to work, and when it doesn't work, it really destroys my understanding of what technology is supposed to be. So what I'm dealing with right now is I've got a Nexus 7. It's a first gen, and it hasn't worked in about 2 months. Okay, so just to give you an idea of the context of this, it hasn't worked for 2 months, and I've been annoyed by it, but not enough to actually do anything major about it until now. And I think it's just a matter of, man, I am tired of not being able to use it. It used to be my main device for a long while. I don't necessarily like sitting in front of a computer all day. Like I said, I'm a web designer, or a web developer. So that's my job, is to sit in front of a computer all day, and that gets old really quick. So what I liked being able to do was take my tablet and sit in front of the TV and veg there while I'm accessing Facebook or Google Plus or whatever it is at the time, and that was cool. I also was using it as like my main e-reader. So, and don't get me wrong, I don't really read, but what I do is I've got a Feedly account. So I used to have a Google Reader account, but now it's a Feedly account, and the point of the Feedly account, and I think what we should do is just go ahead and let's get up here. All right, I think what we should do is go ahead and pull this area down. I think that would make the most sense. Okay, so anyways, I have a Feedly account, and so I read a lot of blogs, and as most of the viewers know, fanstalkwrestling.com was a site that I helped manage a little while. I've taken a break from it, but because of that, because we were constantly trying to produce content all day, and we didn't necessarily have the writing staff to handle that. I was pulling blog ideas from other news sites, and just kind of getting just trying to keep my finger on the pulse of what everyone else was talking about in our little industry, I guess you would say. So, yeah. So that was my main device. I also used it as a music device for the podcast. So, the FTW podcast, it is, if you're unfamiliar. And what we would do at the beginning of every show was we would stream about 15 minutes worth of music just to let people get settled and figure out, sound levels and all that sort of thing, and get in the chat and start talking with everyone else that's there. So it was really cool. But also it was my soundboard. So I got like a little soundboard app on the Nexus 7 that allowed me to put the podcast intro on, and so I was able to like push a button and then play the intro, or we have the win fail segment or anything like that. So it was really cool. But so what it's been doing as of late is it's been going in this little reboot loop, and the loop basically doesn't allow me to connect to the internet. It doesn't allow me to uninstall any other applications, and it doesn't allow me to use it outside of that for more than 10-15 minutes. And what really sucks is I can't connect to the internet. If I connect to the internet, it tries to basically sync itself, and that's way too much to ask of it for some reason. So yeah, it's just been a pain. So I know there's other users that have had similar issues. I've read Stack Exchange and that sort of thing, and it seems like it's a common theme if you upgraded to KitKat, which I believe I did. So, but again, it's been so long, I can't even tell you when the last time I updated the OS was. So, but I think it was KitKat, and yeah, it's just disappointing. So, so today, I'm going through a few different options, and what I would like to avoid, if I can, is rooting it and going to cyanogen, or however you pronounce it. I'd like to avoid that because I would rather just use the Google system. I mean, I'm a big Google fan. I like it, but it's out of warranty, so I can't necessarily go to them for it. And I know if I go to the main manufacturer, they won't really have an answer for me either. So I've been going through the process of trying to do a factory reset on it, and every time I've done it either through the settings, because on the settings you can try and do a factory reset there. That just basically reboots it, and then nothing's changed. So I was hoping if I go through the manual server side thing, I'm trying to talk technical jargon to you guys, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. But where you go into like the main power menus type thing before it's actually booted. Sorry. I'm sure there's a better name for it. I just don't know it. So anyways, so yeah, you hold the power button and your volume down button, and eventually take you to this fancy menu that will allow you to do a factory reset. But I've tried it twice, and both times it reboots and everything looks cool, except for like it's showing me my user account at the bottom. Oh, fancy. How did that happen? I try to update that. No? Lame. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So I'm just stressing over it because I want to use this thing, but I don't want to root it. But it seems like so many people are having the same issue. So it's like it's almost as if my only option is to root it, and I think that's super lame. So, anyways, I've been multitasking. So while I've been playing this, I've been watching the progress of this and hoping it would fix itself, but it's not. It's not going to. So long story short is I'm going to have to root this thing, and I'm going to feel bad about it, but hopefully I'll be able to use it again because it's a fun little device. Let's go to sleep. Speaking of multitasking, our friend Joe from the FTW podcast, he's also on the FTW Craft server, brought over a bunch of beer that he did not want. He basically cleaned out his fridge, and that's awesome because I really wanted to get away from buying beer for a little while, and the original goal was to take a break from drinking beer because I am getting a little self-conscious about the beer belly that I'm getting, but it means I've got like all this free beer that I got to get rid of first, right? So that's another thing that I'm doing. Might explain my rambling, but I'm trying this VJ Black Imperial Stout. It's a beer from Atwater Brewery, and it's a beer that normally is not within my genre of likes. I normally try to stay away from the stouts because they're a little bit too dark for me, a little bit too heavy. I just don't necessarily like the taste of them, but this one I'm digging. I'm not sure why. It still has like that stout taste to it, and I can't even really explain what that taste is. Let me try it again. I don't know. It's kind of like a stout to me. Normally means like a burnt chocolate. So generally speaking, I don't like that flavor. Where's that? Oh God. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So our paths are 4 wide. Is that true here too? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't necessarily want to go 5 over here. All right, I'm about to figure this one out. But anyways, I think this is going to be cool. I know this is going to be a huge project as far as taking the grass hauler around, just because I don't necessarily know where it's going to go and what we're going to do with it overall. But I think this connection right here, if we can get these two sides. Oh, let me show you the other thing I did. I did make a little ramp here. So I didn't actually connect the road to it right away, but I did fill in the bottom. Not completely. Like you can see there's still some stuff over there, but you know, I did build up the ground so it's, you know, it's kind of like pushed into it. So it was as if this was actually, you know, in the ground when we started building, which should be cool. So I think I do want to have this level go all the way around because I don't necessarily like the dirt look here. Yeah, let's fill this in. How much more dirt do I have? I don't. Okay. But I think overall, this is looking pretty nice and working out. I was kind of nervous about this project, just because I wasn't necessarily sure what to expect. You know, one of the things that I do with Minecraft is there's a lot of YouTubers out there and a lot of Minecraft players where they plan everything out, and I just can't do it. I just it's not that I can't think that far ahead. It's just that if I don't like building things twice, so I'd rather build once and fix it as I go. If it's not perfect, then we'll figure something out. But yeah, I don't know. But I gotta take a quick break because my dog's barking. So be right back. Okay. So, anyways, this was the main thing we were supposed to accomplish today, and I totally forgot. So, as I'm digging this out, let me try to wrap up all these stories. So, and during the quick few minutes, I did take a break. I took a look at the tablet to see what it was doing, and it was back to showing me that I didn't, in fact, factory reset it at all. So, yeah, so I don't know. So I'm kind of disappointed with that. I figured that I could at least, okay, we're good. That I could at least get it reset by going, the normal factory reset stuff. I don't know. It just seemed like it was gonna work. That was gonna be cool, and I could reset it and start anew. And I was totally cool with that. But for whatever reason, it's not gonna let me. So I guess I'm gonna have to root it, right? I mean, what other choice do I have? If I want to use it, we're gonna have to root it. So that's super disappointing. But Atwater Brewery does some good brews. I can't remember what Joe and I last tried from them, but we normally try some new brews, and we've been trying to go local mostly. At least I have. But Atwater is a Michigan brewer. But for our Wrestling with Beer series on YouTube and on ftwpodcast.com, we've been reviewing different brews. I know we've reviewed an Atwater brew before, so yeah, I'm kind of pleased. Again, I'm not a big stout guy, but I think this is pretty good. Man. Trying to remember what we were talking about last time we were together. Oh, right. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers that will do things in creative mode first and then recreate them in survival. And I just can't do that. I can't build it. Well, okay. Let me rephrase. I can do things twice. Okay? I could easily spend all day to create something in creative and then recreate it in here, but I just don't really have the patience for it. I'd rather and I've never been that way. I've never been let's do this safely and then see what happens. It's always been more of a let's I think I'm going to have to close this. I think I'm going to have to close this off. I think I want my beacon right here, but if I put my beacon right here, that's going to splash water everywhere, right? Oh, man. Well, we don't have to build the beacon today. We can hold off. I think I'm going to have to take this down. But this build we mostly did on camera. And it was trial and tribulation. I mean, that's all it was. And it was fun. And we talked about it as we built. And I'd rather do stuff like that where, I can experiment and see what happens. And if it fails, it fails. If it doesn't, that's superb. With the barn, I just had an idea that I wanted to accomplish. And we put it together. And I think it turned out pretty well. So, I don't know. Just different mentalities, different YouTubers, that sort of thing. So, but I know we went long. I know I rambled a bit. And we spent way too much time on the outside dirt part of it, but I don't know. We'll keep working on this. This is fun. I'll see you guys next time.